Today is a very special day because I am going to show you my completely finished huge windowsill that I made for my houseplants, and it turned out so beautiful, way more beautiful than what I was expecting, I guess. Ever since I started this living room makeover that is not finished at all yet, I struggled so much. Normally when I create a space, I have a very clear vision. I know exactly what I want. With my plant room, for example, I had this plan, I created all of this, and after that I was very happy with it. But in my living room, I struggled. I wanted a very calming, bright space with lots of white, lots of plants, and I really wanted to create a little bit of a greenhouse feel inside of my living room. But also at the same time I was longing desperately for more blue around me because I love the color of blue. I just had this problem that I really do not like the combination of blue and lots of plants. What I also tried was experimenting with maximalism. Just to be clear, I am never, ever going to be a maximalist. I bought myself a whole bunch of very beautiful things. A lot of those things had blue in it. I was planning to use them in my living room, but somehow it did not feel right. I liked all of the things, but I did not see it at all in this space. When I bought all of these things, I only had two spaces that I could use to incorporate more blue into my home. My living room or my kitchen. But all of that changed because my youngest son moved out and I have a very cute, very bright, very lovely little room upstairs that is empty. When I was painting my windowsill, I also watched a little clip that I made a long time ago because I was looking for a little bit of footage about the before, how everything looked before I started the build of this windowsill. And all of a sudden everything clicked. I think I finally figured out what I want for this space. All of a sudden I also realized that a lot of the things that I bought a while ago are absolutely perfect for what I want to do with this space that I have upstairs. And I feel so happy and so excited about it. So I brought a few things down that were hiding upstairs for quite a while. Things that I want to bring back into my living room. I just decorated a little bit. This is not how it is going to be. I just placed a few plants here and there and a few items to give you a little bit of a feel about what I'm planning to do with this space. First, I think we should take a look at some footage that I made about finishing this windowsill. After that I will be back and then we can talk a little bit about this little room upstairs, about what I'm planning to do with it, and also about some other projects that I want to film in the next few coming weeks. So let's go take a look at a little bit more building footage and then I'm going to show you the finished result. We have a whole bunch of stuff over here, all kinds of very nifty things that we are going to use to make the ventilation openings in the windowsill. Cool air needs to go up and then the warm air needs to come out.
That's one.
Is there some way to attach this on to the wood so that when you are going to do this, this is not going to move?
Try to move it.
Oh. Ah. Rubber.
Rubber.
I told you this was a nifty tool. So the line needs to be exactly in the middle of this opening. And of course it needs to be straight.
Okay, I need my vacuum cleaner. What did you do to it?
I think it is just too old. Yeah.
No, you did it again!
Oh, you can use my new electricity box.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, it works.
Doesn't work.
Yes, it works. Hey. Oh. Had je nu weer... Nee! Oh! That's so nasty. I would never do something like that. Well, maybe I would. Oh. So because I never did this before, do you want to do the first one so I can see how it works? Is that what it is used for?
Yes.
For all of my dust. I do not have to clean anything anymore on my windowsill. When I have houseplants there and I have all of this soil, I just do like this and done.
Exactly.
Did you ever make a mistake with this? With the measurements, and that you had two of these and one was a little bit off?
I cannot remember.
You cannot remember?
No, I cannot remember.
Suspicious. I actually have exactly the same machine as this. So if I would want to buy something like this, how much is it? And do I really want to know?
No, you don't want to know.
How much is it? It's Festool, so it's probably very expensive. Ridiculously expensive.
Something like this is 400 euros.
Are you serious? Just this piece of aluminium. Really? Do you want to do this?
Do you want to do this?
No, but yes.
I will prepare this French murder machine for you, huh?
The French murder machine?
Yes. Because there is a man, I don't know, somewhere, I think in Belgica, and he took this machine out of his table, but it was still running.
Oh. And then?
And then this thing came in his...
Belly?
Yes. And now Festool cannot more make these tables.
I guess.
So it's a killing machine.
Killing machine. He was dead?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Are you ready?
I think it is fine. Ta-da! It's so pretty. Oh, so pretty. A very pretty garbage disposal thingy.
Okay, the next one.
The question is,
Uh-oh.
because I have a lot of houseplants, after a year or two, and the soil level underneath my windowsill is all the way up to the top. What are we going to do then?
Plant a plant in it.
Little plants. Oh yeah, that's a really good idea. Great, okay. Do I really want to? It is such a big impact in my beautiful windowsill top.
Do you want to keep it warm in the winter?
Yes. Okay. Okay, let's make another one. Look at all of these little bits. And I also have a tiny little collection. my collection. Here's collection. And everything he has is like this in comparison to what I have. So I'm very envious of your humongous tool collection. I want one for my birthday.
Of course.
I am going to try it again. It really takes a little bit of practice. And obviously, this is not something that I do all of the time.
Beautiful.
Yes. Well, the ventilation openings are in. They are looking well. I rather would have had this top without these, but they are a very necessary thing. And this was the bare minimum that we could do. So I guess I have to live with it. I think when everything is finished, it is not going to be something that you notice that much, especially when I have all the plants on my windowsill. And I think I really have to get started, because otherwise this windowsill is not going to be finished on Sunday. I only have 2 days left, and that's not a lot of time, but I still think that I can do it. First things first, I ran into a little issue again. If you have seen the previous video about this windowsill build, you already know that there is going to be a piece of trim underneath the top of the windowsill, like this. And of course, it also needs to go around the corner and over here. It fits very well. But if you go to the other side of the windowsill, can you see that? It sticks out, and that's not okay. When you take a look at these pipes over here, I think it looks a little bit odd having this pipe on the outside of the windowsill. So what I need to do is I need to extend this a little bit. I have to make a little piece of extra MDF to go over here. So that's the first thing that I need to do. Okay, I did not film everything because I made something and I really did not like it. So now I came up with something different. I made this part of the windowsill a little bit shorter. So I have a little bit of a corner over here. And then this piece of MDF goes in there like that. And then I have this tiny little piece over here that I will glue in here. And then with a little bit of filler, you are not going to see anymore that this is all higgly wiggly stuff. What do you guys think? Smart, eh? Oh boy, this is not going so well. These screws are just too thick, or the MDF is too skinny. I should stop touching this part of the windowsill. I'm just going to glue this little piece in. The stress, people, the stress. Okay. Not my best work, I have to say, but I do think that it is going to look very nice when I'm finished with it. I just do not want to touch this anymore until everything is dry. So I'm going to leave this, and you are not going to see all of these transitions anymore with some filler and some paint. And what I do really like is that these two openings are now the same. Okay, so I am going to give all of this another sand everything nice and smoothly. I need to apply some more filler in all of these little areas, and after that I'm going to fill in all kinds of different gaps between the wall and the windowsill and things like this to make everything look very nice and pretty. And after that I'm going to give the top and the inside of the windowsill the first coat of primer. So I sanded the whole front of the windowsill, everything is very nice and smooth. I filled in all of the gaps, also where the windowsill is touching the floor. I attached the top of the windowsill to the bottom. Over here everything is looking nice. I clamped this little piece to the windowsill because it needs to dry. So I decided that I am going to turn off my camera because I do want a little bit of an element of surprise at the end of this video. I am going to cut myself some pieces of trim. I am going to do all of the painting. After that I will do some more filling, some more sanding and some more painting, and then I'm going to show you my brand new finished windowsill. Okay, so I have a few things over here. But let's go take a look at the windowsill first. Ta-da! I just placed a few plants on top of it because it was crying out for some plants. There are lots of plants that I want to hang. Maybe in this corner, but definitely in this very empty white corner over here. I found some very beautiful rope that I'm going to use to make some macrame hangers, because I am going to bring a lot of the things that I bought upstairs. I do think it would be nice to have something on the wall, maybe a beautiful mirror, or I'm not completely sure yet. But besides that, when there are a lot of plants hanging in this corner, I do not really need that much on the walls. So the windowsill turned out so nice. I do not even mind the openings anymore, so I am very happy about that. It just looks so beautiful now that everything is white. I do think that I am going to make the baseboards now that everything is painted. I do think that it would be nice, and I also am going to paint the inside of the windowsill with wall paint, because I do not know if you can see it, but the color of the wall is slightly different than the color of the windowsill, and I really want the inside of the windowsill to look like a wall, and I am definitely going to make a video about that. I am also going to make a separate video when I'm going to decorate this whole part of the room. So the first thing that I brought down is this beautiful wooden chest, and I bought this in a thrift store for, I believe, 20 euros. It is a very rustic wooden chest, but I really love it. I also really love the color. On the inside of the top of this wooden chest, there is a little mechanism, and by using that you can actually lock the drawer that is underneath it. You know what also could be very nice is to leave it like this and then to put plants in it. I think that could also be amazing. Some plants in the drawer, some plants in the top. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it would be a very creative way of displaying your houseplants. I also have this amazing little French door. It is missing a little piece over here, but I have it somewhere. I just need to find it. It is somewhere in the chaos that is called my workspace, but I am going to find it. I am going to glue it back in, and then I think I am going to hang this door on this wall, and then I can let one of my plants climb up on this door. So I think that is going to be very nice. This little thing over here are the windows of that huge door that I showed you in the video Me versus Dumpster. The door that I used to make a kitchen cabinet from. And I always saved these little windows, or it is just one little window and two little panels, because I really like this just to hang somewhere on a wall or just put somewhere as a little bit of an art piece. What I also think would be nice to add to this windowsill is a little side panel over here that has a little bit of a round shape that goes up like that. And I think this would add a little bit more interest to this windowsill. So maybe this is something that I am also going to build in the future. And of course, then I'm also going to have one over here. So try to imagine yourself that. I know probably it is a little bit hard, but it will all make sense when I'm going to make it. I hope. I think why it took me 5 months to finish this windowsill was because I just missed the whole vision for this space. But I have it now. I see it all very clearly. I really hope that you do too. The windowsill that I made in my plant room, I actually made in 4 days. So can you imagine how long 5 months are for me when I am doing a project like this? I really think that it is a lovely windowsill. I made a promise to myself that when this windowsill would be finished, I could go plant shopping. So another thing that I am very excited about, I'm very excited about taking you guys to go plant shopping. So many projects that I need to film. So what do you guys think about my windowsill, and what do you guys think about the whole vision that I have now for my living room? So this room that I have upstairs, I want to create a film studio for myself, because this is something that I really need. When I was in my workroom filming a while ago, I was sitting in front of this beautiful brick wall, and then this idea came to my mind of creating a film studio. I thought about it. I thought about creating a little area in my workroom, but it is just not going to work because there are too many things in there. So many tools, so many building materials, so many other things. I cannot squeeze in a film space in there, but I can do it in this little room that I have. This is also the perfect opportunity for me to do something with my huge craving for blue. It is not going to be a completely blue room. It is going to be quite minimalistic and very bright. I want lots of natural colors and natural materials, but I also am going to incorporate some very beautiful blue things. So it is going to have a blue theme. I am going to spend some time making videos about this project. Of course, I also really want to do some work on the blue and white farmhouse bedroom at Rogier's place. And this is something that I am planning to get back to in the few coming weeks. Also, what I would love to do is I want to film a very extraordinary farmhouse tour in the farmhouse of a friend of mine. This home that she has is mind-boggling. It is exquisite. It is, I just do not have the words for it. You guys really need to see this farm. She is an amazing, very bubbly personality. She has a very interesting and very quirky taste. She is a very busy lady though. She has a full-time job. She runs a bed and breakfast at her farmhouse, and she also rescues very sad horses. I have no idea how she does all of that. I really don't. And it is very hard for her to find the space for me to come film over there, but she is very excited about it, and I really hope that somewhere in the very near future I can show you all of this amazingness. And of course it is also always very nice to go take a look at some very cute horses. Besides that, I also made a little trial video. This is a video that will be online next Sunday, because this coming week I do not have the time to film a video, and this is something that I already have finished. And what I did was I went out in the middle of the night to go hunt for treasures in the trash. And I was planning to do something like this for a while. This was the first time that I filmed in the dark. I actually brought a flashlight. It went pretty well. This was just a little bit of a concept, a tryout. So probably it's not the best video I ever made, but I just want to hear from you guys if you like this concept. Because if you do, I'm going to spend more time and more energy with creating better and more videos like that. When I went out to film this, I thought I had two areas where it was trash day, but I made a mistake in the date and there was only one. So that limited a huge amount of the footage that I could make, but just bear with me on that. I just filmed some random things that I came across when I was looking around. You just have to see this as a very huge thrift store, a very dark thrift store. And when you go to the thrift store, you never know what you are going to find. 95% of what you find in the thrift store is not interesting at all. But that one time that you walk in there and you find yourself this amazing item makes it all worth it. And it works the same when you go out, when it is trash day, to hunt for treasures. For now, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do not forget to comment, like and subscribe, because there are so many very exciting projects to come, and I really hope to see you in all of those videos. Bye!